Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the second episode of Foods for Dudes and Ladies. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make super simple shrimp, kiss shrimp. I guess I should coin that term. And I'm going to show you how to make fried shrimp and shrimp scampi. Both are super easy and both super delicious. So stay tuned, I'm going to show you the whole process. Alright, so here's how you clean a shrimp. Take a small paring knife, like this. Don't be scared to buy pre-peeled, anything of that nature. I buy whole shrimp that is actually peeled and everything. I do all the hard work. But here's how you do it. Take your paring knife, stick it right under the shell there, work it down. Ta-da. Just clean out all the poo and goo. Now you got a perfectly good, delicious shrimp. I put a cup and a half of flour and then a half a cup of cornstarch. That gives the shrimp a good crispiness. So I'm going to dump that into my shaker bowl. And then I don't use recipes, but since I'm trying to help you guys out with a recipe or whatever, I'm going to show you what I do to make my seasonings. And this is just a tablespoon. This stuff is really salty and hot, so be careful. But I'm going to put a teaspoon in there. I'm going to go with 2 teaspoons. I'm going by looks. I go by color when it's done. And then I'm going to put a tablespoon garlic salt, ish, and then pepper. About a half a tablespoon. So I like my stuff hot, so here's some red pepper. I'm going to dump some of that in there too, courtesy of Aldi's. So, like I said, this stuff is very salty, so you don't need to put too much in there, but man, is it good. So, then I'm going to take my top, throw it on there, shake it up real good. So now, this is all for the fried shrimp. I could use magic fish fry, but we just had some magic catfish actually on Friday, so I'm trying to mix the flavor up a little bit. And I personally do love a flour-based breading for my shrimp. But magic fish fry is amazing on it too. Just depends on what you're in the mood for. And that's it. So now I'm going to go to phase 3. So how to tell when your oil is actually hot enough to cook on? A little bit of water. Do you hear that crackling? It's going to start spraying. Use just a splash. So I'm going to take a big old handful of shrimp in our homemade batter here. Do a pretty hefty amount. Put it in my hefty shaker here. Shake her up real nice. There's no egg. I didn't put this in any milk, egg mixture, no nothing. I feel like it gets pretty well coated all by itself. So if you look at that big plump juicy piece of meat right there, and you just lay them in. Since I'm doing this in my cast iron, it's pretty handy. I should be using my little picking stick. Just lay them in there and fry them up. Now, these don't cook that long, and it's another thing, I don't time, I go by looks. So as soon as I see a good golden crispy surface on it, that's good enough. And then you flip it over, and we will have golden fried delicious shrimp when this is all said and done. But this is the process. You can put whatever in your batter that you want to, or just go with the old classic magic fish fry. That's the best way to go. I just wanted to show you guys, if you don't have magic fish fry, go through your cabinet and find whatever you got. Hell, even taco seasoning mixed with flour. Use whatever you want and however much you want. Now, you do want color to your batter. That's when you know you're actually getting good flavor in it. But then I'm going to fry these babies up for about probably 5 minutes on each side. Let me clean my hands off here. About 5 minutes on each side, and they should be good, golden and crispy. I'm going to cover this up so I don't make a mess on my wife's stove anymore. It's been about 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere in there. Like I said, I go by color. These are looking really good. You can see on this one side, I just flip them since I'm in a cast iron. Deep frying is always the best way to go, but it's really cold outside, and I don't like deep frying indoors so much. So Here I am just flipping them. As you can see, they still got a lot of good crust on them. Nice golden brown. You don't want to burn them, but you do want them to get them good and crispy. But that's where that cornstarch comes in. That's what really helps make crispy shrimp. Oh man, that one looks beautiful. So here it is, 5 minutes in. I'm doing a little flippy flu, and they are looking delish. And you can see how much they've actually shrunk and curled up. Another thing is too, like I said, you don't want to overcook them, so having your temperature set at a good medium, almost high, makes them nice and almost crunchy when you take a bite out of them, plus the crunch from the cornstarch makes it excellent. So I'll see you in another 3 minutes. All right, it's been about another 3 minutes, so about 6 minutes total on the frying. You can see how delicious and delectable they look. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these babies out, put them on a piece of paper towel so they can drain some of that grease off. I actually have a rack that I like to put them on most of the time and then put paper towels underneath it, but this is quick. It was right there. I didn't prep very fast, so we're just gonna go with the old plate and paper towel. And then you just wash, rinse, and repeat. All right, I'm gonna start with the Kiss Scampi. Keep it simple, stupid Scampi. It's got 3 ingredients. It's got crawfish boil, the garlic herb, and butter. So, I'm just gonna start off, since I'm warming my oven up, warm it up to 375. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm also gonna do these sweet potatoes. If you check it out, I cut them into little bitty slices. And what we like to do is just put a little bit of oil on them and then sprinkle them with salt. So since I like to cook them kind of hot in my awesome cast iron skillet here, 375 is good, but killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm gonna go ahead and melt this butter while my oven is warming up. There you go. Okay, so my butter is officially melted. My batter is made for my fried shrimp. Now I'm going to show you how to make the Kiss Scampi. This is garlic and herb, salt-free. I'm using salted butter. We don't want it to be overly salty. And then once again, the one and only Louisiana crawfish shrimp boil. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up using about a tablespoon of each of these, but I go by looks and I'm going to show you what I like it to look like. So be pretty generous, because the butter is actually going to take up the majority of the flavor. But then I'm going to use about a tablespoon of this. You don't want to be too heavy with the Louisiana because it is really spicy. So, but it's really salty more than anything. So that's the biggest problem. If you overdo it, then you're going to get over salted shrimp. So stir this all up real nice. Can you smell that? Oh, it smells delicious. So, now that I've got this nice big buttery deliciousness, I'm gonna dump my whole bowl of fresh shrimp that's all cleaned up and delicious right in there. Okay, I'm making a little mess here, but... So, remember, this is Keep It Simple, Stupid Scampi. It's 3 ingredients. Now all I'm gonna do is pop it in my 375-degree oven for around 10 to 15 minutes. I'll give you an exact time as soon as I pull it out, show you what it looks like. The key to this is you don't want to overcook it or it'll be really rubbery. So you want it to be nice and almost crispy when you take a bite of it. So as you can see, I got everything nice and covered. And now I'm just going to pop this baby in the oven at 375 along with my sweet potatoes, which I just put a tablespoon of oil on. And now I'm going to take and generously just sprinkle salt. Just make sure everything's nice and covered. You can be pretty generous with that salt because you're going to stir all this up. So you just get it nice and coated with oil, a little bit of salt, and that's it. So here you go. These potatoes come out just absolutely amazing. Now, the secret to it is the cast iron. I can put that in the oven for however long I want. It lasts great. Super easy, and it actually almost comes out fried, which is the amazing part. So 375, these do take around 30 to 45 minutes. But back to the shrimp. Here we go. We're going to pop these babies in the oven. This is my hot side, so I'm going to put these over here and then set this dude. Now these cast iron skillets are super heavy. but you can just throw them right in the oven, which is my favorite part. So there they are, 375. All right, so it's been about 19 minutes after I got my oven heated back up, and you can see these shrimp now, how they're a beautiful white color. You can see how they kind of move a little bit when you pick them up. That's a great texture. So roughly 20 minutes is all you need in the oven. Now I was at 375, remind you, these are huge shrimp. These are actually jumbo shrimp that I ordered from Mad Jack's Fresh Fish. He gave me 5 pounds. It comes in a big frozen block. I showed you a picture and the brand and all that good stuff. But this is the finished product of the Kiss Scampi, and it is utterly amazing. You can actually take this butter if you want and make an Alfredo sauce out of it too, so then you'll have a shrimp Alfredo sauce. Now tonight I wanted to do a buffet. Usually when I'm serving all my friends, I should say, I usually thaw out all this shrimp, and I do usually make a big variety of shrimp, which is why I wanted to show you a couple different ways to cook it. So here's the finished product on the fried shrimp. Your oil does get a little bit hotter by the end. Guys, well, that hits the end of our video. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions or anything of that nature, any challenges, critiques, anything, let me know. I appreciate you guys joining me. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoy one of these recipes, if not both. We always did the buffet style shrimp at my parents' house. My dad taught me how to do all that stuff. So anyways, thank you guys for joining. I hope you're staying safe. Love you all. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff if you like this video. And I hope to see you for episode 3. Thanks.